Okay, so I think you've got a pretty good handle on the basics of PHP. You understand how to use variables, how to create strings and work with numbers. You can do loops, you can do arrays. You understand PHP's internal built-in functions that you can take advantage of. Now it's time to start putting all this stuff together and creating some sort of web app. Now, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do yet. I haven't decided. But before that, there's one more concept I want to sort of teach you. And you've noticed throughout these videos, we've been working on the index.php page, and everything we do has been on this page. Well, most websites are not just one page, right? There are many different pages. So it's a good best practice to not write as much code on each page as you can. You want to put as little code on each page as you can, because if you need to update something, you don't want to be updating the same thing on 200 different web pages. You want to update it on one page, and you want that change to be pushed out to all the other pages. And to do that sort of thing, you have to sort of think about templates and templating out your stuff. So for instance, let's say we have a variable and we want to use that variable on every page of our site. Well, it would be stupid to put that variable on every page of the site. We can instead put that variable on one page and then push it to all the other pages. Then later on, if we want to change that variable, we can change it just once and it'll get pushed out to all the other web pages. So that might not make a whole lot of sense. So instead, I'm just going to jump right in and start doing it. So let's create a new file. Right click, new file, and let's just call this variables.php. And if we open this up, we'll start out. We're going to just make this one big PHP statement. So let's create a variable called site title. And what kind of website do we want to make? Let's call it Dog Grooming Inc. I don't know. And now let's create a subtitle. And let's say, styling dogs since 2004. I don't know. Okay, so we don't have much here right now, just two variables, but let's say we want to use these variables on every page of our website. Well, right now we just have two pages. We have our index page and our about page. So let's go back to our index page. Let's erase this stuff. And let's say we want to use the stuff that's in this file in this file. How do we do that? Well, at the top of this page, I'm going to include this line of PHP code. PHP include variables.php, semicolon, close the PHP tag. All right, so you can see include is a function. It looks like we're calling an internal PHP function, built-in function, and we're passing in the parameter of variables.php. Now you can look up the include function on php.net if you want to read about it, but for this purpose, we just have to know that what this does is it's making this stuff available in this file. So now we can come out here and echo out. Let's pull up our variables file here. The site title, for instance. Now if we save this and hit reload, Dog Grooming Inc., which is our site title variable. Now this is really cool because this variable, we haven't declared what this variable is anywhere on this page, yet there it is. So if we wanted to then add a line break and say h3, call our PHP, say echo out the subtitle. Save this and hit reload. And boom, styling dogs since 2004. In fact, we don't even need a line break. So this is cool. So, okay, you say, so what? Well, let's go to actually, let's copy this line. In fact, let's copy this whole thing. Go to our about page. And let's paste this. This is my PHP website about Well, in fact, here we go. Let's use this right now. So we can, in our title tag, go PHP echo site title about us. And then up here we can type about, and then here we have our site title, and this is some text about us. I don't know. Okay, so if we save this and open our about.php page, we can see, whoops, forgot to, did we not echo? Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't include this line. So we have to put this line on top of every file we want to use this in. So if we save this, hit reload, boom, about dog grooming inc, blah, blah, blah. But look up here on the title tag in the browser bar, it has our site title right there because we put it right here. So, okay, this is kind of neat, but you know, who cares? Well, imagine we had this website built out, right? And it was 200 pages, 500 pages, 1,000 pages. Say we've had this site for a couple years and we put all kinds of content up. And then we decided to change the name of our company. Well, if we had 1,000 pages and Dog Grooming Inc. was at the top of every single page, it would take us forever to edit every one of those pages. Now, all we have to do is go to this variables file and let's say we changed it to Super Dog Grooming Inc. All we have to do is change that right there, hit save it, and now on every page where we've used this variable, it automatically changes. And that is just super, super cool, super, super useful. And it's not just for titles. I mean, the links in your nav bar might change from time to time. You can change them in the variables file. The links in the footer at the bottom of your website might change from time to time. You can change them in the variable file. It's just a really simple, quick, and easy way to template out your website and to pull variables all into one place, one file that's easily editable. And it's just going to make your life a whole lot easier. And so I think that's all for this video. In the next video, we'll talk more about templating, and I'll start to talk about how WordPress templates things out and how you can do that in PHP in a similar way to WordPress without having to actually run WordPress, which is actually kind of cool. So stick around for the next video. And if you want to get my entire PHP course absolutely free, head over to codemy.com/freephp. That's codemy.com/freephp.